What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue. So I recently got into train simulators, and the first one I bought was Train Sim World by Dovetail Games. And shortly after that, Dovetail Games also released another train simulator. So I was like, what the heck? What the heck is this? What's the difference? Is this an update, a DLC, or a whole new game? So I asked around, I did some digging, and now I own both. So let me help you understand the difference, because this is extremely confusing for new users. First of all, these are two completely different games, and they are in no way compatible with each other, and they do not share DLCs, but they are made by the same company, but by different teams. Confused yet? Yeah, so am I. So let's start with Train Simulator 2021, or some call it 20XX because the date changes every year. But we'll call it Train Simulator Classic, which was originally called Railworks back in 2009. Then it got a major game engine update in 2011, which is what the current Train Simulator is built on, which explains the ancient PlayStation 1 graphics. Train Sim World was built with a modern graphic engine, which allows for much more all-around graphic detail and console support, which makes it more attractive and accessible to more users. Train Simulator Classic is only available on PC, but it has been around for a long time. Every year they release a new quote-unquote game, but the truth is, from 2012 to 21, it's all the same game. It just updates with a couple new routes, optimizations, and a new number on the cover. But there is now over 600 paid DLC and a ton of free DLC available to download, compared to Train Sim World's 30. So with Train Simulator Classic, you get a big variety of locos and routes. You get much longer routes and much longer trains. There's a massive community of third-party add-on developers. You can create and share routes and scenarios with the Steam Workshop. Speaking of Steam, there's actual Steam trains. I'm still waiting for that one to come to TSW. The physics in Train Simulator Classic tend to be more realistic, but that depends on the route and locomotive. Heavy actually does feel heavy. Stopping and going is a lot more challenging. The sim does not hold your hand and will penalize you for almost anything, even wheel slip. But every route does come with a manual for those who choose to read it. The in-game user interface is helpful, but I hate it. It's ugly. I never want to see it again. I'll leave it at that. Performance-wise, Train Simulator Classic is surprisingly buggy and sometimes choppy, even on high-end machines. For some reason, I thought a game of this age would run a bit smoother. There is track IR support, but I haven't seen anything about VR. So let's talk about Train Sim World. Train Sim World gives a fresh new look to train simulators. It's obviously better looking with better lighting, weather effects, and motion blur. The user interface is clean, minimal, and very new user-friendly except for the map. Not sure what happened there. For me, the load times are way faster, and the performance on my machine is much smoother than Train Simulator Classic. Many hardcore train sim fans will say that TSW is more of a game than a simulator, but I would disagree. I would say it's still a simulator, but sometimes it does hold your hand and assist you. There are in-game simple interactive tutorials for every train, but no manuals included yet. Also, there are some much needed interactive features such as being able to walk around on foot, explore stations, couple trains, and switch switches manually by hand, which are some of my favorite things to do in Train Sim World. There's also a livery and scenario designer, but not yet a way to share them, so big miss there. Track IR support is coming soon, and I have not seen any details on VR, but honestly, both of these need VR. So that being said, I personally would recommend Train Sim World if you are brand new to train simulators. It's much better for new users and will help you learn the basics pretty quickly. It'll also gauge how interested you actually are in trains. Train Simulator Classic has a ton of DLC. It's actually overwhelming, intimidating, and it can get expensive. But if you're looking for more complex and realistic trains, I would recommend looking at the TS Pro series of DLC. And the last thing I want to say is directly to Dovetail Games. Let Train Simulator Classic go. seriously. And focus your attention on Train Sim World and third-party support for Train Sim World. Bring the core features everyone loves up to par and push forward. You gotta stop living in the past. Every game developer has to do it at some point. It's risky, I know, but it's absolutely worth it. Well, hopefully that made sense to the rest of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you have 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time, next video. I'm out.